Right, let's continue. Let us continue and see what is happening there. Guy. There, guy. Next time you go away. Nakita is a tattoo ya ha.
Graph interpretation.
Graph interpretation ke yona tseno tsa go fumana bo equation and so on, domain range ke interpretation. Di chapter tse o ngolang ka tsona ke tse feng?
What's that? Algebra ke di functions.
Ke tsona tse ke di algebraic le di functions.
Ke that max.
I will share. If there's something that we can do. Now, where's the paper 2? How to solve for x if 2x plus 12 equals 16 to exponent x. O pa fela komplello gore na how solve x mo na o tlo etsang? Solve for x if 2 exponent x plus 12 equals 16. Ke batla o mpolelle na ke ngole. Okay? And then we read 2x plus 12 equals 2 to exponent 4x. When the bases are the same, we equate the exponents. Group the like terms, take this one to the other side. The value ya x again. Okay. We do the algebra. 2.1.2 minus 4 should be less than 2 minus 2x. That should be less than 6. Now, we will start first with this part. Yeah, minus 4 should be less than 2 minus 2x. Take this to the other side. The inequality reverses again. The answer is 3. For the first part, A. For the second part, you will concentrate on this. Are we fine? Take this to the other side. Minus 2x less than 4. Divide both sides by negative 2. X should be greater than negative 2. Because again, when you divide by a negative, the inequality will reverse. Again? Okay, I said we will print out. I get to be able to pay more now. Go. No. All right. Bula le tona. Bula mo parfait. Right. How na ja? Actually, when we divide by negative on both sides, x should be greater than negative 2. Now ga sheba ga batla solution. Re na le negative 2 and 3. We said values of x that are less than 3. It's the whole negative 2. Values of x that are greater than negative 2. Where is your solution at the intersection? So it's a fallacy. X should be greater than negative 2 and x should be less than 3. That becomes your solution. Okay. 2.2. Solve for x and y simultaneously. X plus y equals 5 and x minus y equals 3. How do we solve for x simultaneously there? I'm going to copy this to this side. X plus y equals 5 and x minus y equals 3. This will be equation 1 and this will be equation 2. And then you get from equation 1. In equation 1, x plus y is equals to 5. Let's try and make x the subject of the formula there. X will be 5 minus y. And I will name this as my equation 3. And then I'm going to substitute 3 in 2, which is the equation that I have not yet worked with. In equation 2, x minus y equals 3. From this equation, where I see x, I'll be writing 5 minus y. Kibona x kimola 5 minus y, maroho minus another y, and this is equals to 3. Minus y is minus 2y, that is equals to 3. Take this to the other side. It over 3 minus 5. Minus 2y equals 3 minus 5 is minus 2. And my y is positive 1. And this becomes my equation 4. And now I'm going to substitute 4 in 3. In 3, x equals 5 minus y. In this equation, where I see y, I'll be writing 1. I have solved simultaneously for x and for y. Just as an example, Harshebe, if there are any other things that we can look at, I think so, which is question 2. A video here. Wangola kapati shoot wa shoot. Inside record. Inside record. Yo, Sunday. Alright. Vahan. I'm sure what is happening. Or to when, given that 4 minus 2x is less than 16 and x is an element of real numbers in 2.1.1, but solve the inequality. Okay, let's solve the inequality mode. Ne ke kopa thuso. Ke etsang ha ke solve the inequality mode. Eh, jwang ke ngolang?
Minus 2 minus 2x.
Icon. All of them words.
Plus 2. 4 plus 2.
2x away. Ah,
but you get what
negative 2x. Or better, 2 over 16 minus 4.
You will group the like terms. You will group the like terms. Then I have minus 2x, that is less than 16 minus 4, 12. Okay? Negative 2, and then the inequality reverses again. yofa minus 6 as the value of x. Ke potso ya pele. Potso ya bobedi. Ere, hence represent your answer on a number line. Values of x that are greater than minus 6. I have represented my answer on a number line. Whatever I greater or less, or it's an open circle, highly greater or equal, you shade that circle. Right. How about when highly greater or less, or it's an open circle, then wabua maybe ya kwana kapakwa. Highly greater or equal, less or equal, or it's a circle that I shade, then wabua ya kwana kapayakwa. This is very important. Right. Arabone another simultaneous problem. Bari. Solve simultaneously for x and y. Minus 2x minus y equals 10. 3x minus 4y equals minus 4. You will always check where the coefficient of x or y is 1. I cannot make x or y the subject of the formula because the coefficient of x is 3, of y is negative 4. I can make y the subject of the formula because the coefficient of y is 1 more. So I will name this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. And then get a from equation 1. In equation 1, minus 2x minus y equals 10. Make y the subject. Minus y equals 10 plus 2x. I will divide everything by negative 1. Y equals negative 10 minus 2x. I will name this equation 3. And then I'm going to substitute 3 in 2. Kiane sukan kita x or y the subject of the formula. Ring equation 2. 3x minus 4y equals minus 4. From this equation, where I see y, I'll be writing that. 3x minus 4, kibona y, I'm writing minus 10 minus 2x, which is minus 4. 3x plus 4t plus 8x equals minus 4. 3x plus 8x is 11x, which is equals to minus 4 minus 40. 11x equals minus 44. X equals minus 4. This is my equation 4. And then I'm going to substitute 4 in 3. 3 ring y equals minus 10 minus 2x. Moki bonang x ki ngola minus 4. I have solved simultaneously for x and y. So I'm going to tell Sani when I'm saying test. Then I said, "I'll Sani. It's a said going to a hard. Usanuna wa usani." Right. Babalama but one of us here. Mo 2.3. Baseba solve for x. Vary x into x minus 5 all over 6 minus 1 is equal to 0. Kitlo etsa mo batswadi akobahlo akobahlo kitlo etsa mo batswadi ke apply jwa
x equal to x squared over 5x.
Something is not clear. something is not very clear the way I would wish it to be.
1 can be written over y. Maybe the correct move. 1 year ka kgona go bua ka boma 1.
1 year ka kgona etsang?
Next.
Now have a look. We can take this one to the other side again. Rabanali x into x minus 5 over 6 equals 1. And then I can multiply by 6 multiplied by 6. This into this goes once. Rabanali x into x minus 5 equals 6. And then I can use the distributive law. X squared minus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. Again? Can give 16 at Isa can. And then I can factorize this. Mark our fail. X, the factors are 6 to come from 5. If Tinka 3 and 2, will it work? No, it will never work. Because if I multiply, I'm letting negative. And we can level positive, and we can level negative. And now I'm standing from 5, 3, and 2. And we positive, and we negative. Come on, so I'm going 6 and 1. The bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. X equals 6. Or x equals minus 1. Kiro na ba he.
Money pele unga kgona wetsa 60 year more.
60 efe.
6 is 60. 60 year more wetsa 6 multiply by go jim. O wetsa for 6 tjena o sa tlosa 1 yana motse ka ntle.
E go fa mathata to itsisa ntho telele. If o batla wetsa g, if only x into x x minus 5 all over 6 minus 1 equals 0. So what on say LCD mo? Yeah, 6. 6 into 6 goes once. 1 times the whole thing is the whole thing. Minus 1 into 6 goes 6 times. 6 times 1 is 6. That is equals to 0. Then how will you move? Ordinary x squared minus 5x minus 6 all over 6 equals 0. You'll have to get rid of this by multiplying both sides by 6. 6 into 6 goes once. You have your x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. This is exactly the same as that. Now when I get a shortcut. Shortcut. But at the end of the day, you will have one and the same thing. At the end of the day, you will have one and the same thing. Right. How not Bebari? Solve for x. Of c equals the square root of a plus 2x. Solve for x. I'll solve for x. You say c equals the square root of a plus 2x. If I solve for x, what? We first get rid of the square root again by squaring both sides. Finally, c squared equals square root of 2 goes once. You are left with what is inside of the square root.
A plus 2x.
Take this to the other side. Over the x, you divide everything by 2. This is your x. Next month, next week, India. Osani. Osani. How can I find Chuzina? Lebashimani Batao from Pagatlasi. Obali respect Yabachu. Because Babo now, this lady, oh brilliant. I say respect everyone. Respect, you must earn it. You earn respect through your deeds and your intellectual capacity. Right. Utlwa ba reng he ba re jwale a ke tsebe ke a phumula ka ke etsang
o ka nna
mme o hantle bophelo ke ntwa ntho tse a dina nix ha ka shebella video tsa ka tsa bo first year tsa bo second year tsa maths year o ka bona mathata o ka bona mehlo e ke ngolang. Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his brother. Remember, Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his brother, Linda. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. Calculate Linda's age currently. Right. Teboho is currently, how can the Teboho get X? And Linda. Alright. Teboho is currently 4 times. Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his daughter, Linda. I am currently 4 times as old as my daughter, Linda. Now, I get 4x is equals to y. What am I saying here? I'm saying the value of y is 4 times the value of x. Is that true? No. This is not true. Teboho of 4 times. Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his daughter. So, Tamila Kiring mo. Kamila Kirin 4y is equals to x, so that Teboho is 4 times older than Linda. So Teboho elentate o feta ngwana hae ka dilemo ka o dilemo tsa hae di kena dilemo tsa ngwana hae 4 times. For mohlala ha ke lentate ke na le 16, ngwana ngwana le mo tse kae 4. Because 4 times 4 give guy 16. Come on, I am 4 times older than my daughter. I give you 16. My daughter is 4 years. Come on, I am 4 times older than my daughter. Hence, remove 4y equals x. The father is 4 times older than her daughter. So this is the father, this is the daughter. In order to find the age of the father, you must take the age of the daughter and multiply that by 4. Then it will tell you the age of the father. Aye, Jesus. Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his daughter Linda. 6 years from now. Key second statement, it goes not a full stop. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. What 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. 6 years from now. 6 years from now. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. If Kiruhuena, I am 3 times as old as you. Come on, someone, dilemo tsa ka di menahanya dilemo tsa hao ha kae? Hararo. So come on, if I'm 9 years, ngwanaka or 3 years, dilemo tsa ngwanaka dilemo tsa ka di 3 times more, dilemo tsa ka di 3 times the age of my daughter. If my daughter is 3 years, now I am 9 years. So come on, dilemo tsa ngwanaka ke kena ho tsona ka makgetlo a makae a mararo. 6 years from now, okay, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. I think those are the equations that we can have. Calculate Linda's age current and I will prove. Right, I already have X as the subject of the formula. I get so I can just substitute here. I can say this is 1, this is 2, and I can just substitute 1 in 2. So that I have 6 equals 3y plus, where I see x I'm writing 4y. 6 equals, what is this? 7. Again? Now you're not able to touch them. I'm going to get 3. And then in highly 3. Let's go and substitute 3 in 1 but in 2. What's 1? So that I can find x. Get 4 into 6 over 7 equals x. This is 24 over 7 equals x. I call a fraction. Now how 6 divide by 7. We need to find whole numbers there. So there's something wrong. There is something wrong. Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his daughter. That one is fine. This is fine. Teboho is 4 times. Teboho is currently 4 times as old as his daughter. This one is fine. 6 years from now, full stop, okay, another statement. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. How do we represent that one? 6 years from now, 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as his daughter. You know what 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as his daughter. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as his daughter. Why is this not adding up? 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as his daughter. Teboho is 4 times as old as his daughter. 6 years from now, Teboho will be 3 times as old as his daughter. Calculate Linda's age. Calculate Linda's age currently. So why is this not adding up? Why? How about 6 years from now, we got a comma, Teboho will be 3 times as old as Linda. 6 years from now, are we going to say 6 equals 3y plus x? Or are we going to say 6 into 3y plus x? That is my question. That is my question. How are we going to do that? That is my question. Jesus. Solve simultaneously for x and y. X into x minus 3 plus y into 3 minus x is equals to 0. 4 marks. Solve simultaneously for x and y. X into x minus 3 plus y into 3 minus x equals to 0. Solve for x and y. Page 10. So long solve for x and y. Can we realize mona x positive, mona x negative, mona y 3 negative, mona a positive. So we need to factor out a common factor negative. So I will factor out a negative here. This will be negative 3 because negative times negative is a positive. This will be positive because negative times a positive is a negative. And then when I'm here, I have my x into x minus 3. I will say negative times positive is a negative. And then I'm left with this minus 3 plus x. That is equals to 0. Because I said negative times positive can find negative. So this is with this. I can rewrite this. Okay? And then from here I can take out a common factor. Equals 0. Okay? So I can say x minus 3 equals 0 or x minus y equals 0. X equals 3 or x equals y. Okay? But I know x is 3 and x is y. So x is 3, y is 3 because x is y. Be careful of this simultaneous. Careful, Max. Solve simultaneously for x and y. Kana go new equation a1. Bounce, osan. Can't you? Let's equation 1 and equation 2. We about fun to believe for that class. I can say we now the grades are gone. Koto, whatever. What now,
who corner one of my
how we are going to go half past 5.
plus 5. Well, now they 2093. Oh, I go.
Hey,
Lucky.
hey, that's
Tell you for one thing.
and your bullet.
Very point.
Hey, what's that?
I take this card. Tell you for one thing.
Yeah, and your bullet.
You want my sister?
We are shoot, we are shoot.
Bengicela nje ukufumana i-tree usethi uthathe ubani uthathe kankwane uthathe kwambazi
Makube njalo.
enkosi
Jala ngididi. Rayibona bathwathi. Rayibona. Isimayini sawo. Rayibona. Simanje sina sitawubotha manje. Sikana na equation 1 2 awuna 1 and 2 mo. Bawufana nje bongo bawune nakwalina chai. Copper liye. Nakwalona iwotli.